Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a look with the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. This video is just going to show you how I got the eye look, but if you guys are interested in seeing what's on the rest of my face, then I'll leave everything listed down below. Right, I'm going to shut up now and let's get straight into the video. First I'm going in with this shade here called Gossip. It's a beautiful hot pink shade. I'm going to be applying that into the crease quite liberally because I want it to be quite blown out, and I'm also going to be applying it on the inner and outer corner of the eyelid as well. And I'm just going to do that using a Real Techniques base shadow brush. This is definitely one of the better performing shades in the palette. It just blends out really nicely. I don't find that it's patchy or choppy or anything, and it's just a really nice colour. There are some shades in the palette that don't perform that well, but this definitely isn't one of them. I'm going to swap over to a pencil brush and put this shade called Alchemy right here into the crease. And again, I'm going to put this on the inner and outer corners of my lid as well, just to deepen up that area. Again, this is a really nice performing shade. I feel like this row of pink shades in the palette actually perform really well. There have been a few shades in the palette that I haven't been that impressed with, but so far I really love the pink shades in this palette. I really like using a pencil brush for this kind of thing because you can really pat the colour on the lid to get that intensity, and then you can get the colour right into the crease with the point of that pencil brush, but it's still going to blend it out really nicely. I'm going to further blend out my crease area using this shade called Paranoia. This is a really cool shade. It's not really shimmery, but it is a little bit shimmery, so if you're not a fan of shimmers in the crease, then you might want to skip this step or use something similar that's matte. I'm not too bothered by shimmers in the crease, to be honest, and this shadow in particular has a really nice blue shift to it, which I love. I'm swapping over to a Real Techniques detailer brush in order to pick up this shade called Iced Here, and I'm spraying my brush with Fix Plus to get this eyeshadow onto the centre of the lid, just to create that spotlight / halo look. This eyeshadow is very chunky. There is quite a bit of fallout with it, very chunky glitter. It's not the best performing eyeshadow in the palette, but it does work much better when you spray a little bit of Fix Plus on there. I'm just blending out those edges with a Real Techniques base shadow brush just to make sure there are no harsh lines. For my lower lash line, I'm going to use this shade here called Metamorphosis. You might recognise this from the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. This version of Metamorphosis is so much more pigmented. It's just that beautiful periwinkle blue that I really wanted it to be in the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette, but that one failed so much to live up to my expectations. So I'm not sure if they have changed the formula or not, but whatever they've done, it's so much better. I'm going to keep this quite high up under my lower lash line. I'm not going to drag it down any further, and again I'm using my Sigma E30 pencil brush. I just feel like this is the perfect brush to achieve this. Next I'm going to swap over to my Real Techniques detailer brush, and I'm just going to apply that grass green shade, I think it's called Mean, into the inner corner of my lower lash line. I'm now going to line my eyes with this new Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner. This is okay, it's a felt tip liner. I feel like it's quite stiff and it's pretty hard to create a perfect wing with it as well, because it just seems to want to drag across the lid. So it takes me a bit more time to use this. It's an okay product, but yeah, it's not as good as the Kat Von D tattoo liner. And you can probably tell here I'm definitely having problems with getting that wing nice and sharp on the eye. I wasn't going to use a highlight shade on the brow bone, but then I changed my mind, so I'm just using this shade here called Bump. This is a lovely matte white shade, and I'm just going to apply that to the brow bone, and I'm also blending it very lightly around that pink shade, just to make sure it's all nice and blended and soft looking. I'm going to line my tight line and waterline with another product from Maybelline. This is like a gel liner. I forget what it's called, but I'll link it down below. I'm not that impressed with it. I've owned it for a couple of weeks now, and I did like it at first, but I feel like it's dried up so quickly, and you might be able to see in a moment on my lower lash line, I have a real, or on my waterline, sorry, I have a real problem getting it to show up. It's like it just doesn't want to transfer onto my waterline. Yeah, you can kind of tell there what I'm thinking. I do eventually get it to work, but I don't necessarily recommend this product, and I probably won't purchase it again. I'm then going to use that pink shade in the sleek Solstice Highlighting palette just to brighten up those inner corners. I'm just going to apply a few coats of mascara and some lashes, and the makeup look is complete. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, all the links to the products I've used will be down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.